I am so sorry that last video was cut short. It was storming outside, and me and Storms don't get along. There's my cone. Yes, cat, we know. In one of these pockets, because it always is. Because I keep my comb in a pocket. Why do I keep said comb in a pocket? Well, so I don't lose it. I've lost it. I found it.
I have to look presentable for the camera.
So, yeah, I don't really know which love interest I was going after last time. I think it was Karen, but I made Karen angry. Because Anthony has glasses, and as a fellow person with glasses, you automatically gain the ability to read books. I say as I comb my hair real quick.
I have to look pretty for the camera. I look pretty, don't I?
Demon noises. My favorite. Can I hear them? Yes. You go to bed very hungry.
So relatable.
Faithful. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. That's true. I do not. That is true. I do not dream. Well, I barely do dream, and when I do, it's like a vision almost. Not saying I'm psychic or anything, but in all seriousness, sometimes when I dream, shit happens. I don't like my hair being swayed this way, but at the same time, I don't like it being swayed at all. So just, fuck it. We're doing the moist critical. No, that looks awful. We're stuck with whatever looks... I hate hair. I wonder if I could get it to stay up. Well, that looks better than it being swayed to one side, in my opinion. I say I'm psychic, but I don't know, things happen. And that's how fast a deer could run if startled. Whoa.
Incredible.
Impressive. I've been watching a dude that talks about, deer and stuff. I wish we had deer here. With the food getting low, just skip today's meal. No. It's only for one day. Various creatures and religions have practiced fasting through history. I can't fast because when I get hungry, my hands begin to when I get hungry or thirsty, my hands start shaking like hell. I was going to paint earlier, but my hands are not cooperating. Oh, my hands shake. Painting's awful. That doesn't make us feel any better, Antoli. Or Antoli. What option do we have? Our foods weren't rationed properly. Antoli leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone moves to a separate area. Karen bedroom. Rigger in the living room, Maria in the kitchen, and Antoli in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Okay, so Karen's kind of bad though. Looks like she's just slicing away at a block of wood. Hey. can I let you in on a secret? I've actually enjoyed your cooking so far. The others expect me to be rude and mean. So I have to keep up the reputation up, right? Can't have anyone thinking I'm soft. That's a horrible way to think if you... Why are you smelling my coaster, Cat?
Cat was sniffing my coaster.
What are you up to? That's an awful way to think, because it's like, oh, I have to stick with my reputation. I absolutely fucking donkey kicked a little... So, I don't really have a table to paint on, because I don't paint on my desk, because I don't want to get paint all over my desk, and one spill of water, everything's over. So I have it on, like, a little seat next, like a chair next to here, and I have this, like, panel that's for, like, wood, you know, like floor panel. Because we were replacing some floor panels a long time ago, but we still have some. And I use it for painting. I absolutely donkey kicked the fuck out of it last night and broke off the arm of one of my minis. You know what? Actually, I am going to glue it back on while talking to you guys about it. Because honestly, I do think keeping a reputation is an awful ideal, whether it's good or bad. Because, honestly, your reputation should not define you. It should be what you do. To be fair, I don't have the best reputation at my school because I was a little shithead. Still am a shithead, but I've gotten better as the years went on, and I think I've changed my reputation a bit. But some people want to redefine who they are, and I don't get that because it's like, oh, you want to be accepted by people? Okay. Oh god, that fucking stench of glue. Especially GW glue, this shit stinks. Come on. But yeah, you should really just have who you are define you instead of like that. And keeping up the reputation's an even dumber ideal, because then people will associate you with that, even though that might be completely wrong. Then you're stuck with a reputation of, like you, being mean and rude and angry. So people will usually not go around you and will not open up to you. So when you need emotional support, they'll be like, oh, that's just Karen being Karen. And then boom, you don't get that support you need. I'm sorry, I'm trying to position the guy. Fuck. So, yeah, and nobody will go up to you, so let's say if they no longer want to hang out with you, they might just be in agreement and fucking excommunicatus with you. So that's why handling reputations is important. Because you don't want people to think you're just an angry person. I'm like always scared that if I position them wrong, like the arms will fall off or something while the glue melts the pieces together. Yes, from what I understand, plastic glue like melts them together. Which is really neat. I wonder how that works. How the plastic glue will melt, like, specifically GW plastic together. And why it won't melt, like, the plastic for the things together. I have so many questions about that. Anyways. You're not sure where this is coming from. Promise me you'll give me some cooking lessons soon. Okay. He's not ready yet, but you nod politely. Thank you. You're definitely sure Karen will remember that. Then who did I try to romance last time? Leave Karen to go meet with the others. Oh wait, no I didn't. I went to a place to get the note. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. It won't stop. Fuck, dude. That was last night. It was thunder last night, dude. I was shitting bricks, man. I don't. Cat, what are you up to? What, did Puppet get in my room and now you're making sure he didn't leave any of his spray? By the way, male cats are fucking annoying. They will spray my fucking room, so then I have to do something. Most of the time I just spray them with a water bottle. But there are certain areas I will yeet them out of my room. You do, like under the desk, you do not spray under the desk. There's wires here. This is how you commit arson. Yeah, the cat's smelling around my room. Did Puppet spray my room last night? She only does that when one of the male cats spray. What is she? I don't know what this cat does sometimes, man. What are you up to? Don't you dare drink out of Goober's tank. You will get banned. I will toss you out of here. Don't you dare drink from Goober's tank. He needs that to breathe. Oh, Goober's an axolotl, if you didn't know. Where the fuck are you? Oh, you want out. Okay. Could've just said so. Out. Out. What the fuck is that? Cat left, and there was a weird bug on my door. Well, there was. It's gone now. Who fucking evaporated? I wasted a lot of time not playing the game. You're all doing great. Just a little longer. I'm so hungry. You guys can't go a day without a meal. Man. Suggestion? Crackers. Crackers and water. Or, hold on. Remember the Coffin, Vandy, and Lele? I know for a fact I fucking played this. They were so tired of feeling hungry, they would put salt in the water so it would fill them up and replace that sense of being hungry. If we have salt, we can just do that. Who knew playing that game would give any results? I know a lot of people really dislike that game, and I don't get it. I understand incest, but again, one, that's a choice. Good old Kennedy made that choice. I was like, do we continue with this path? And it chose. I remember that. I can't wait for the next chapter. I've waited long enough. Oh, the Ultra Kill update. I can't wait for that. Supposedly it's coming out later this month of recording, which is February. Anyways. Me too. You wish everybody a good night and get ready for bed. Your stomach is growling more. Man, dude, I remember. Quick story. We went camping once. Not to stay the night or anything. But we didn't bring a lot of food, and we spent like, you know how parks have fees? We had to pay to get in, and it was like, dude, I think it was like $20, I think. And my dad said, I am not leaving till we get $20 worth, because, I mean, sure, we could have asked our mama, I need to scratch my back. We could have asked our grandma, I call her mama because, that's why I said when I was a child, and now my brain is, like, hardwired. but we could have used her pass, but we didn't want to disturb her just to ask for that because, and I quote, dick move. So we were there for like 3-ish hours, just eating crackers to sustain ourselves. And I remember that. I cannot stand, it's like a cracker that's supposed to taste like chicken, I think. I cannot stand that shit anymore. I had to eat that for like 3 hours, and even with peanut butter, it is unbearable. But to be fair, I do have an iron deficiency, so butter is like my lifeline. Dude, imagine if I had imagine having a peanut allergy and being iron deficient. That'd be awful. Hey, you have a strange dream. Wow, you dream when you're hungry? I don't get that. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray. He keeps screaming at you, calling you names. So you show him how it's done. You lay down on the tray and make your body flat as a board. A smile across his face, his anger turned to courage. Push. Oh, so. Yeah, that's a. We played the park recently! Remember when we played the park? I'm opening up YouTube Studio. When did we play the park? Oh, that's the second channel, Lore Maker. Check it out. Just saying. I cover lore and shit on that one. But, if you want me to reference the main channel on the second channel, you're funny. Because I want the second channel to mostly have no idea about the main channel, this one. However, I will talk about the second channel on the main channel. I realize that's confusing as fuck, however, I don't want my name to carry the other channel. A month ago. So yeah, we played the park a month ago. Yeah, it's talking about the Wicked Witch. Which actually I released weeks after. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh, well that's terrifying. Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Yeah, your body will... I think your body sleeps on when you're hungry to conserve calories. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. Or, however, their bodies is keeping them asleep to slow their metabolism. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out trees from the window. I don't want my hair to, like, ball up going a certain direction. Like, it makes me angry. Where's my comb? Where did I put you? Hair, go up. I hate hair. Hear Maria getting up. She looks petrified. I couldn't sleep. Anthony has bags under his eyes. Storm's too loud. Karen looks out of it. The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregor looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out in the rain. And all I saw was rain. Great observation, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. Kept pacing around the bedroom. Karen turns to you. When is this going to end? I checked outside again. Floodwaters keep rising. Fortunately, we're gonna need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. Once the weather improves, you'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Didn't you have a map on you? I think I dropped it while running after Gregor. I'm sure he'll show up eventually. Ran until you go white as a sheep. How are we gonna find our way back now? Hey, listen. Once the weather dries up, hunt. Speaking of which, if floodwaters is rising, that would eventually send creatures to the cabin, or, well, since you're fucking yelling, probably the other way, because, fun fact, animals are more scared of us than predator noises. That's a fun fact. We'll, have to ride out the storm. Rhea looks at you. We're down to the last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we could put off eating. Group stares at you. We'll clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. Group looks worried. They'll all gravitate to different areas. Figures faked up to Ms. Worrying, and Maria's having trouble. Which one do you want to speak to? Gregor or Maria? Yeah, Maria, what's up with you? Brr. It's cold as hell over here. I'm surprised Gregor isn't freezing to death at night. How does he do it? Explain to Maria the size of a person and fat contributes to their temperature. Yeah. Wish I was as big as Gregor. But to be honest, I'm happy with brains over bronze. You know what you wanted to do for a career? Maria does her best Gregor impression. Cut trees and sleep under the stars. How boring is that? Depends on the person, but pretty boring. You're so funny. Thanks for coming and chatting with me. Maria blushes a little. You make it easier to pass the time. Thank you. I'm pretty sure Maria will remember that. So Maria was the person I talked to. If I knew you were the path I was going down, I probably would have talked to you. You call everybody to you, they all look nervous. You could cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone's staring at you. They're expecting the last piece of bread for dinner. Bring it out, everybody can't take their eyes off it. You instruct everybody to take a pinch. And slowly, you all five tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Why don't you eat the fucking jam, for the love of God? Sure, jam's not food, but it will keep you alive longer, because I believe in don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure in ancient times it would turn food into like jam so it lasts longer or something. Karen's the first eater, chewing each bite a few hundred times before swallowing. Until he chews it cautiously, slowly swallowing it as you look at the others. Maria's nibbling on it in silence, eyed wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor just pops in his mouth like a cherry. He inhaled it. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not. It's not much. But you've run out of options. You wish everybody could get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. Good morning. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. Still flooding. What are we going to do? Humans can live 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or two, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here. But do you think it'll really rain that long? Anatoly? It's been days already. What makes you think it'll stop soon? Because common sense. I don't care how bad precipitation would be in an area. I do not believe it would rain for 200 days straight. If that happened, people would think the world is ending. I know I fucking would if it rained for even 50 days straight, or 20, or fuck it, 10. If it rained for 10 whole days straight, I think the world's finally coming to a fucking end. So that'd be terrifying. Rapture's coming and it ain't gonna be like from BioShock. Yeah, if it rained for like 10 days straight, I'd be shitting bricks. Or even 6, dude. The longest it's rained in my area in recent memory is like 3. Relax, everyone. See how long we ride this out. Fingers crossed it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone looks scared, but you need to survive. Karen and Gregor begin to discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Maria in the kitchen or Anthony in the living room? Think instead about everyone you've done wrong and how you doomed everyone. I want to talk to Maria. Hey, Maria looks relieved to see you. What the fuck? Hey, oh. It just gave me the heart immediately, okay. How are you holding up? Better question, how are you holding up? Not very good. It's very sweet of you to ask. I'm just looking at you intently. She looks like she's about to plunge a... Behind you, I believe, is potatoes. Or some kind of beet. Why don't you just eat that? Or, you know, eat half of the shit that's probably in here. She gets a little closer to you. I noticed you didn't eat any of the meals when I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. You usually have to pick it out of the food the others make. But you respected that. Thank you. Maria's looking at you with admiration. I need 3 screenshots. I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks again. Definitely sure she'll remember that. Apparently I am already near 5 hearts with her. Decided to check out the drawer again. Oh, just you. Yes, Potato, where the others are. They'll be back. They wanted to explore the labyrinth tunnels around the cabin. Surely you've seen the mouse holes, right? They're connected all over the cabin. It's been a mouse that created them or something worse. Anyways, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Things are getting worse from here on out. You have the feeling Potato's telling the truth. You realize some drool's leaking from your mouth. I mean, I am partially Irish, so seeing a potato when you're hungry is like seeing salvation when you're about to die. Disgusting. Don't even try to eat me. You'd just get deadly sick if you tried, and from the look of you, you need to retain all the water you can. From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense measure of basic survival this week. You knew something like this would happen, right? Never mind. Floodwater's rising and no food now. I think it'd be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that determine if you live or die. Age, height, weight, and your degree of activity or inactivity. You've been especially lazy, so I think you'll survive a little longer than the others. Harris-Benedict equation can help you figure out how many calories you need to simply maintain your current weight. The equation produce a number called the basic metabolic rate, or BMR. Stay with me here. BMR equals 655 plus 4.35 times weight in pounds plus 4.7 times height in inches, 4.7 times age in years. Got it? For fun, let's try out with Sonia Marie. Using the Harris-Benedict, she looks 120 pounds, 5 feet 5 inches, at 20 years old. Crunching the numbers, I think she's about 1,388 calories daily. But her being abnormally stationary, she'd have to lay in bed all day just eating, breathing, and using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to give up. She's being very active, let's say, swimming through floodwaters. We need to multiply 138.119. Now she needs about 2,638 calories per day. That's quite a difference, especially if you didn't ration food properly, which you did. I didn't know we'd be trapped. Fucker. I guess that wraps up the survival lesson. Hopefully, we'll never have to speak again. Okay? Shut the drawer. Going over the numbers again. I don't think any of us can take this any longer. Bear's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go and search for food. Everyone is silent. I'll go. But, Maria, I used to swim all the time near my house. I'll probably have the best chances of swimming through the floodwater. No. Let me go instead. You won't get far if anything happens to your glasses. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Rigger, sounds good to me. Karen? His arms are the longest. He probably is the best at climbing. No, that wouldn't be right. Rigger, let me go instead. I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Rigger grabs a branch from the wood pile. I got some in different measurements. We can go consensus or draw, pick one. Sure as we'll go outside and search for food. You're not worried about the drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch length. You picked the biggest. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anthony? Karen? Will it be... Looks like I've got the shortest. Maria. Maria. It's okay. I watched Anthony forage earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Just swim till you find higher ground. Scout the area. Maybe you'll find fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karen. Anthony. Gregor. I'll keep us alive. I promise. She promised. Everyone watches as Maria leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yelling about how cold the water is. And then silence. Maria has left the cabin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and watching. The sun is completely set. One by one, each person quietly shovels the bed. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of your cabin could be twins. One of them recognize you. The other is the cabin guest. You have them sit on a shovel. You try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you is. And then put your legs out till you're just sticking in the coals. Feel for her hands. Yeah. And line in like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wooden logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase them through the woods. One of them looks behind her. Eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Never been this angry in your entire life. You gain on them. They can't run forever. As you trample through the fields of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch a glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall inward, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire hits your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake up in a cold sweat. I wish I knew Maria was the one I was supposed to be romancing, man. I don't remember which one I was even trying to. It might have not been Maria because of the heart was there when I backed up Antilly and everybody was on Antilly's side. Good morning. Do you think she may have tired grounds? I believe in Maria. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karen. How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Anthony and Gregor look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Karen. Wait for what? Nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back. What are we supposed to eat? Mice? Karen. I'm sure Anthony will agree, but we discuss this option when we get to it. I never should have eaten that much. Karen's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anthony nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. For sure Maria will make it back. She promised. Everyone retreats to their corner. Fuck it. Karen. Hey. You don't have to lie to me. I know Maria's not coming back. I don't know where she came up with her being the best swimmer. I guess the only one who would know that would be Antilly. Last summer, Antilly would watch her swim from the shore. He could have been a lifeguard, such a good swimmer. She never went under, but if she did, he would have easily pulled her out. Easily. Why would she lie about something like that? Kira seems deep in thought. He's better to leave her alone. He locks the door softly. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'll be fine with bread and jam. I'd be fine with just strawberries. Nobody else left. I would kill for vegetables right about now. You would too. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. Fall asleep quickly. You dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. A completely different room. Good morning. Karen looks worse. Will you cook for the group today? Have to. Take out cutlery, meat, and begin to cook in the oven. You cook meat. Where did he get that? Do you ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... The three of you are looking at you, salivating. Charring meat out of the oven, cut in small cutlets. He immediately grabs it, starts chewing viciously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored secretly hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Instantly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregor wanders off. Anthony returns, looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some. Don't fight this, Anthony. Take a piece from the plate, turning his back to the group as he eats it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. I'm going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied. Okay? Karen leaves you with the men.
Did we kill Maria? Oh, we dreamed about desecrating the corpse, wake up in a different room. We found her corpse and took the meat.
I want to talk to Gregor. Hey, thanks for cooking the meat earlier. I was nearly passing out from the hunger pangs. I mean, even I'm a meat and potato kind of guy, I appreciate the vegetarian dish you made earlier. You really respected Maria's boundaries. Thank you. You smile. If there's extras, let me a little more meat, okay? Going to see how Antilles doing later. There's a bone sticking out. Is it a human bone? Nope, chicken bone. Gross. Something inside the bird cage. Completely empty. Onion! Don't be a crybaby, it's just me. Onion! Was just playing with some of the toys in this drawer. He's far too old to enjoy these. Oh, you're never too old for toys. Anyways, need to attend a secret trumpet meeting. Smell you later. Onion bounces out of the room. The drawer has various children's toys in it. What's this? June 26, 1862. Another body of a child has been discovered within the city of Zakopane, with the remains stuffed in a barrel full of potatoes. This cause of death was identical to her earlier victim, significant blood loss due to multiple stab wounds in the stomach. This marks the fourth victim of the butcher as Zakopane in less than a month. Take the Blade newspaper with you. I wonder, are we like the bad guy or something? Because that's what MatPat says. He says we're the Baba Vanga. I wonder how much of this is like remotely based on reality, because I know there's a sequel like Dead Weight or something that's, or Dredge Weight, I can't remember. I'm a little sweepy eepy, you know. Taking notes. You found all the hidden notes. Wow. How many achievements even are there? There's 80? What in the fuck? How is there 80? Oh, so you find the... Okay, so there's maxing out relationships. I was so close to Maria! You found all the hidden... That's what... No. No, one literally just said, discovered all the hidden notes. Do I have that or not? I'm trying to max out my relationship with Kieran. Thanks for playing. There's 59 other hidden achievements. Holy fuck. Hours pass. The meal gave everyone the perseverance. They can never be satisfied now. Sedated now. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain you want to ration the meat better this time. No dinner. Fine. I understand. I can't wait. I can wait. No arguments. Perfect. Everyone decides to call it early night. You fall asleep instantly. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith. But he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his bread. I can forge anything, he says. Your eyes been giving an issue lately, so you reply. Forgive me, a new island. Forge me a new island. You laugh. But the ropes come out. He ties you to your chair with a long rope, preventing you from moving. You rip the ropes apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker one. No turning back now. Blacksmith takes a hot poker out of the coals, makes his eyes glow as he scowls at you. He slowly brings the poker, aiming it carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a citron crunch. The force blows throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your butt, freezing the poker again. You wake in a cold sweat. Damn good art. That I'll admit. You wake up to see Gregor swimming out the window. So this starts been going on for like 8 days. What day are we on? I just forgot. He turns to you, starts smiling. Take a look at the window. Do you notice anything? That sounds vaguely Russian. Vaguely, but to be fair, outside of English, I know little bit of Russian. Привет. Well, it's been forever since I tried to do Russian, so forgive me for my awful Russian. I know "это" means something. God, I can't remember. The flood waters have reached a little bit. Receded a little bit, but everyone's still bound to the cabin. Trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Where's Maria? This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m. I can hear her outside. Ooh. I have a story to tell you, and I think I know why this happens. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you a few stories. You know what? You guys are gonna get a little bit of a story hour. 3 years ago, I believe. It was summer, and we were joking around with my mom, and 4 people can back me up on this. We all watched as Mom ran our direction and hopped into the back of our truck. But see, the truck went up instead of down. We look over, she's not even outside. We saw like a shadow of her run, hop into the truck, and then gone. I still cannot explain that shit. And, that was fucking terrifying. And she was inside. The cat wants in. I'll tell you the other story in a minute. Now, the second story is... Okay, so... we have this little crawl space under our house. Not a basement by any means. Just a little space where, literally, me, you know, being somewhere around 5'5", 5'7", I believe, I have to, like, crawl under there anytime we go to work on anything that breaks down there. So, we don't want wild animals getting under there, so we have this big old metal plate we shoved in front of it, and then we get a broken piece of the shovel, stab it down, and then push it so that it won't fall down, okay? But this happens every so often. But I will hear something move the shovel, and then the plate going. And it's fucking creepy as shit, dude. But, here lately, we've been seeing this big fucking possum. I mean, bigger than Dan. You guys have seen Dan on camera before, so you should know he's a big dog. That fucker pushed it, like, is bigger than Dan, and this is a cone. It's fucking insane. But yeah, that shit's creepy. Oh, we're almost at a fucking hour. I guess after this day, see you guys next video, because I'm gonna beat this. She makes this awful gurgling noise, like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard it? Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the raining gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something, right? I got the goosebumps. I don't like this. Yes. I got goosebumps. I don't like. I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. But that's just a broadcast, right? I don't, no, go away. Oh, wait, I don't like. I don't like that a whole lot. Ugh. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. I don't. Go away, go away. It's what she would have wanted. Oh, I don't like. What's gotten into you, Antilly? Antilly looks at you begging. Bring us another slab, please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Help me. Antley? Brigger looks hurt by Antley's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. That meat from the secret mining place, cut it in squares, adding it to a bowl of cauldron water. It tastes blends without any seasoning, but you need to serve it quickly. Smells good. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat and bowls. Frigger drinks a broth before swallowing the chunks whole. Antley creates ripples in the broth with a finger. He isn't eating. Sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Yeah. Antley begins to weep. You look over at Karen. You didn't notice her eating. There's just an empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? To explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. How could you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are you supposed to do now? Wait around again? This storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Antley. Yes. I think tomorrow you should go looking for Maria. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants. Please. You can swim back after looking. Figure's right, Antley. Maybe you'll find Maria out there. You're right, Maria's still out there. She hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Antley. That's right. That's right, Antley. Please help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay. No problem, little guy. She up to their room, reading a book, and knitting the best time. And go to bed ravenous. Whisper, whisper, shut the fuck up. Something is approaching. Don't be a crybaby, it's just me, Onion. You're not going very sweet today. I'm worried about Antley. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Please. Don't you trust my advice? Shake her head. Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know leaving out unpeeled oven in your room absorbs bacteria? It will prevent colds and ward off viruses. That was a lie. People actually believed it in the 1500s. Dude, if I went back to the 1500s and told someone sucking your big toe every Thursday would make it where the chances of you getting sick would be lower, and then make up some bullshit reason, they'd believe me. Fuck, I could probably do that today. People will believe anything, and back then when science wasn't that good, they believed everything, dude. How embarrassing. Who would believe that? There was even a doctor in 1919 who tricked people into thinking it was true. That's appealing to, like, ethos, pathos, or logos. I think it's, like, ethos. Because it's appealing to the fact that doctors know better, don't they? I'm tired. I don't know why. I slept good last night. I stayed up till 11 and I woke up at like 10. Haha. Anyways, know what smells worse than a raw onion left in your room? You. Been a while since your last bath, right? You can't remember. Don't be a crybaby. You spoke with onion. Could smell you before I even came into the room. Yikes. So, you stop Anthony from leaving. I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. Anthony can make his own decisions. Please. We don't need another one stalking the hallways, tapping on the windows, crying through the radio. You have a sudden urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse hole to get around? Scared to death I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle the cabbage about you. She can be as mean as potato when you get on her bad side. Just kidding, she's great. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Anthony you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's only for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're for the frying pan tomorrow. Nothing beats sliding around on butter. Later. Completely forgot your conversation with Onion. So, this game is fucking crazy. And I just played it a year ago. So just know, part 1 is like a year old. A year old, dude. That's so hard to think about. That is insane. How old is the channel now? Let's go by the first Gmod video instead of the first video ever posted, okay? And I'll tell you guys. What the fuck? No, the internet blipped for a second on my phone. Fuck, I'm gonna have to go on YouTube on my phone. Turn it down, don't wanna get copyright for no reason. So, the channel overall is 3 years old, and I did my very first Gmod FNAF roleplay. Well, trailer 3 years ago. 3 years. In 2 years, or rather, later this year, it will become 4 years old. I've almost been doing this for 5 years. You know, that's insane to think about. I've almost been doing Gmod for 5 years. 5. That's fucking crazy. Like, the channel overall is like 4 years old or shit. And Gmod's 5. Almost 5. That is fucking crazy. That is so hard to think about, man. The years are flying by, man. That is fucking crazy. Anyways, that does it for today's video. I don't want these videos to be too long. I know they will be though, but with that out of the way, I do so hope you enjoyed today's video. Like, subscribe, comment down below, all that jazz. And until the next one, catch you guys later.